Hello and welcome to Wigs with Liz. I'm Liz and I wear wigs, and today I'm going to be sewing some wig clips into my beautiful ginger brown Abigail wig. And I did a video on this wig yesterday. I showed it with my other wig, my Red Spice Abigail wig. And I've got the wig band on with it right now, and you can see how it's so secure to my head. But I am actually finding through trial and error so many things, and I am working out now that to put in the gorgeous clips that rock back and forth and slot into your hair very easily, I do find it's more comfortable and easy to wear. So my plan and intention is now to sew wig clips into all of my wigs. And I have sewn a few into some wigs. I've probably got 10 or 11 wigs with clips in, but all the other ones I'm wearing with the wig band right now. So I really wanted to kind of do this video and share this with you and show you how I sew wig clips in. Now there is a little bit of noise down the street. They're doing some renovation. So I do, kind of apologise if you can hear that noise. But, we just get into this and have some fun. And as I said, it stopped making the noise, which is always good. Thank you, angels. So the wig that I've got on then, I've got the same wig here. And I did show this to you. This is a Godiva's secret wig. So if you want to know more about the wig itself, go and watch the previous video. And I've put a playlist in there too with wig reviews. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to sew wig clips in, just like I've done here on my other wig. Now you can see that the sewing on this isn't perfect because I'm not a sewer. So you may be really good at sewing, you may never have sewn before, maybe this is your first time and you're thinking, can I sew a wig clip in? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. So it looks like as well I need to re-sew that one in, that's coming a bit loose there. And this one's in perfectly, so I might do that right now, right here with this wig on. So let's sort this one out first. So all it is, I can see that this has just got a little bit loose. So I don't want my wigs to be loose because, that's the whole point of sewing in wig clips. So I'm just going to take the cotton out. And the reason why I'm using white cotton is because, I need to be able to see what I'm doing. It was quite funny because I went to London not long ago and I wanted to have my wigs with clips in that I was taking, and I took quite a few wigs. I took like a tiny suitcase full of wigs, and I ended up at night time, because I am quite busy with the work that I do on my other channel, Guided by Angels. I was trying to see to sew them in, and I was using brown, to match the wigs, brown cotton, and I could not see. And I thought, come on now, Liz, you're going to have to just decide to use a different cotton. So I think I probably was a bit forceful when I was taking this one off, and that's why it's come out. So all the things you need to sew a wig clip on is wig clips. Now, I got these ones from Amazon. Now, I didn't know what to buy, so I went on to the trusty website, Godiva's Secret Wigs, where, I've bought all my really high-end wigs from, and they sell these, and they are quite expensive from there. And that doesn't bother me because you get what you pay for. But at the time, I was nearly going to London. I'd only got a couple of days and I needed something quick. So I went on to Amazon and I had a good look around to try and get the closest thing I could find that was as close to their product as possible. And this is what I found. And these were a pack of 50 pieces. And I've got it here. So this is how they come. And then you just take them out and fit them in. So you can see the wig clip itself. It's got these teeth on, and there's also a rubber on the back. So the rubber is what stops it from hurting your head. Because honestly, these do not hurt your head. You think, oh, some of the wig clips you have, especially on the Amazon wigs, the ones that are like a rake that go in the head, they hurt, and they give me fear. So obviously when I first got those, I thought, what are them? They hurt me, So whenever I channel burpee energy, it's always to do with fear. So don't be in fear about sewing in wig clips or adjusting your wigs or doing things to your wigs, because they're your wigs. And, you are customizing these wigs, and that makes them so much better when you're wearing them. So, you can pay to have people do this for you, but why not try and have a go yourself? And that's what I thought I'd do. And, for me, sewing's a big thing because my mum passed away last year and she'd always done my sewing. Obviously I've not lived at home for a long, long time. I'm nearly 46. But, you know, if ever anything broke or I needed a button sewing on, my mum, thank you mum, was always there. And you have to kind of man and girl up when your mum's no longer there and do it yourself. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to find out how to do it. So the way I found out how to do it is by watching a YouTube video. I had to watch a YouTube video, and this will sound ridiculous, but I had to watch a YouTube video about how to actually get a needle ready to sew, because I didn't know, I've never sewed before. And I watched Danielle's video on Godiva Secret Wigs about how to sew in the wig clips. So I'm going to show you the Liz version. So this is your wig clip, and again, you can see you open it and you can hear it snapping back and forth. So, you know, they don't hurt your head at all. Literally when it's on, you snap it in and out. And the way you sew this on, there's 3 holes one side and 3 holes the other side. So, you know, what I thought was, oh, you have to sew all 3 holes. But Danielle says, just ignore the gold hole and sew in the first 2 holes. So 2 on the left side and 2 on the right side, and that will secure it into your wig. Now, you can see already on this wig, I've already got one here. So on this one, you've got the top of the clip, which is the bit with the rubber facing down and the teeth facing towards you at the top there, so that you know it's on the right way. And if you were sewing one into the bottom of the wig, you'd switch your wig around and you'd do it that way too. So the teeth are always facing towards you and the rubber band is always facing into the wig cap. Very powerful. So first I'm going to prepare. So what you need is you need a needle, cotton, and you need obviously your wig clips, a pair of scissors. And what I do, now you probably won't need to do this, I'm just very new to sewing and not very good at it, so I need a magnifying glass to thread my needle. And luckily, when my mum passed away, I inherited her magnificent magnifying glass that illuminates everything too, because it's got a light on it. So this is what I do. So you can see I've got a little bit of cotton already, just so I know which needle I like the best when I put it into my sewing box, which I've also inherited from my mum. But you can see my cotton's getting low now, so I need to invest in some more white cotton. So I pull it out, I make sure I've got quite a bit, so, you know, I don't get it in a mess. And then I cut my cotton off, and I've got a long piece of cotton. So first I'm going to thread my needle. Now, don't laugh at me if it takes me a while. Angels, please help me to thread my needle. So I get my thread and my cotton here. So I'm going to use the other end because it looks like it's going to be easier to thread. And I've had to learn that from trial and error as well, trying to thread the needle when the cotton isn't behaving. You know, so I get my thread, I get my magnifying glass, and I've got this little cat. I use these to hold up my cards when I'm doing readings on Guided by Angels. So I use my trusty cat. I put my magnifying glass on and I get my needle, and then I just focus on the needle through the magnifying glass. And I try and I try and I try to put the cotton into the needle. I love as well that I'm able to do it on this one. This wasn't, you know, I didn't think this would be happening. I thought I would be taking this wig off that I've got on my head and sewing them into this one, which I possibly will do after. I've threaded my needle, yes. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So I've got my needle. And then what I do, this is from watching that YouTube video I was just telling you about. I pull it all the way down. I know I've probably put a bit too much cotton on here, but better to have more than not enough. And then I get the 2 sides and I pull it down with my fingers to the bottom. Keep going, Liz, keep going, Liz. And then I know that I've got it right there with the ends hanging out. And I get my needle. And remember, I had to YouTube how to do this because I didn't know. And I put it in between my fingers. And then I get the other piece of cotton and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I pull it down with my other fingers. She's like, it's all going to go wrong because I'm trying to do it on camera. And then I pull it and it should make a mess. It shouldn't make a mess like that. But there you go. Never mind. Oh, okay. See? Trial and error. That's why I wanted to do this channel, because we're not all perfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to make a mess. We're going to have to learn how to do these things. So doing it slower is always a good thing. You know, I was rushing one before London and I sewed the wig clip in and it was really secure. And then I realised I put it in the wig lopsided, so I had to do it again anyway. So let's try that again. Take two. So I get my cotton and I get my needle, and you might, want to skip through this bit and get to the juicy part of sewing the wig clip in, but it's all good fun. We get to know each other when we're doing these things, and you get to know a little bit about me, and I'll show you that, I'm just a normal person, and people on YouTube are just normal people. So I'm going to bring that down. I think what I'd done, I just put way too much cotton onto it, and that's why that just happens. It's come off again. Oh my goodness me. Third time lucky then. I should call this video Liz trying to thread a needle on YouTube. Okay, that would probably get me lots of views on YouTube. Okay, but quite, Liz making a complete fool of herself trying to thread a needle on YouTube. But first time I've done it there. Yes. So here we go. So I'm going to pay attention now to what I'm doing instead of looking at the camera. That would probably be the best thing to do. So I'm pulling it down to where I want it, and then I'm going to wrap it around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull it down, and hopefully this will work. Much better. See, that's how it should be, with the little knot at the bottom there, and that's what I did. So, yes, good work, Liz. Well done at last. So I'm just going to move all my mess out of the way so you can see what I'm doing now. Obviously, I'm not brilliant at doing this, so I do make a bit of a mess with the cotton, but as long as it works, that's the main thing. So I get my wig clip and make sure it's closed, not open, and I get my wig, so I know where I want it. I want it opposite the other one. So I'm going to put it facing with the rubber down and the teeth towards me into the wig. So that's where I want it. That's where I want it. So the first thing I'm going to do, you can see, is get my needle and thread and hold it on, which is the most important thing, to hold it down when you're doing it. So I get my needle and thread and I put a bit of wig through, get a little bit of wig, and then I pull it up and I slot it through the first hole, and then I pull it through, and that secured it in there. And then I take it through again, the same hole, pull it up, and as I'm doing it, the two pieces of cotton go their own ways. So I'm going to thread through one of those and pull it up so it secures the knot. It's secure there. And then I'm going to take it through the second hole. Again, you may not be able to see this perfectly, but you get the idea of what I'm doing. And I pull it up there. And then I'm going to take it through that hole again. There we go. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. And then I'm going to put it through, there we go, through the other piece of cotton. So it should secure it in. There we go. I've pulled it tight there. So I'm going to put it through again. You only, according to Danielle on her channel, on Godivers, you only have to do this one time. Or 2 times, sorry. Do it 2 times, but I want it secure. So now I've done it. So I know there's a lot of cotton there, but obviously I'll be able to cut a lot of that off. So I've got it through where I want it. And then I look at the back of the wig. I make sure there's no cotton showing through. And now I want to really bring it through. So all you have to do is get your piece of cotton and you put it underneath. Okay, which yes, it does look a bit unsightly, but no one can see that. So that it's threaded through. And then I'm going to get the needle. I'm going to take it round the other side, holding it secure. And I'm going to put it again in the top bit there, the top hole. If you can see that top hole there, under the wig and up through the wig. So it catches onto the wig. Oh, I've just caught it on the other one, which has just yanked that off as well. So not quite going to plan, is it, Liz? But it's okay. It's okay. We're doing okay. And then I pull it again, up and over, and that's through. I'm going to do it one more time and just link it in with the other one. So I'm going to pull that up and then take it through the little hole there, the loop, so it does it in a double knot. And then I'm also going to do it on the second hole. So I'm ignoring completely those gold holes because I don't need to mess with them at all. And I'm just doing it in the first 2 holes. So I'm taking it through, I'm threading it through, it's quite tight. I'm going to do one more full up there. And then it should be on. I'm just making sure you can't see the cotton through the wig. So I've done it good. So it's on, it's secure. And then I'm going to cut the cotton. And then you take the two ends of the cotton and you tie a knot. So I do it 3 times just for added security. 1, 2, and another one. Another one. And then it's in there then. It looks in place, it looks good. It's where I want it to be. So it's in. It's secure, it's in. Maybe I should have gone a little bit over that way, but when you're doing these things on camera, you know, never mind. So it'll still work. So I'm just going to cut off the excess cotton now. So I'm going to cut it off. There we go. And do it this side. And I'll be able to show you what it looks like. So obviously it's not absolutely perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. So there we go. Bit of a bodge job, but you can't see it through the wig and it's doing what it's meant to be doing. Now, I have noticed the other ones come loose. Hey ho, let's do the other one as well then. So the other one has come loose. Now, I don't feel like I need to take the whole thing off because one side's secure, one side isn't. Can you see? And this is because I've just been messing around with it today on the channel and, you know, but let's take it all off. The angels are kind of saying, because I always connect with my angels and my guides. Let's start again with it. So what I'm going to do, because I don't feel I need to do both sides, I'm going to see if I can knot up the other side. So I've just cut the excess string off there, or cotton. It's not a string, Liz, it's cotton. And I'm going to tie this side into a knot. Now, I suppose you could do this if you got the time. Instead of putting the cotton underneath the wig clip, like I did, you could do both sides separately. But then you've got to thread your needle again and, you know, it may take a bit more time. So it depends how much time you've got. And I don't have a lot of time to spend doing these things. That's why I'm glad I'm doing it on the channel with you guys, because that also gives me an excuse to spend the time doing it, you see. So I'm going to do that. That's done. So that side is secure. So I'm just going to cut off the cotton on that one. And I'll show you what I mean. So there you go. That's secure, that side. So I'm just going to do the other side now. So I'm going to get my needle and cotton, which I need another one. So I'm going to thread it again. I hope you're having fun watching this. You're probably thinking, Liz, this is a bit of a pointless video. But as long as you learn a little bit, you know. And I would have loved to have, you know, found a video like this if, you know, I was wanting to wear wigs. And just to see that we do all make mistakes. It's not, you know, about being perfect at something. It's about learning how to do something. So I'm going to thread my needle, she says. I'm going to thread my needle, which I do have to use. I've done it. I have to use my magnifying glass to do that because, you know, it is a bit fiddly for someone like me to do it as well, who isn't used to sewing at all. So I'm going to wrap it round 5 times and get my knot, which hopefully will work first time. And it has. And I don't need as much cotton this time because I'm only doing one side of it. So I'm going to secure it down with my fingers. So where do I want it? I want it there. So you can see I've got it secure with my fingers. So I'm going to go through the top hole, not the gold one, the other one. Grab a little bit of wig and then go through the first hole, up through the hole, not down, up. And then I'm going to put it, so it's secured it there with the knot. And I'm going to do it one more time. And then as I'm doing this, it's trying to grab onto that other bit of cotton. So again, they can make a mess if you're not really paying attention to what you're doing. I've just threaded it through the little loop there. And that's secured it in. So I'm going to do the same with the other one. Move this out of the way. And go through again one more time. I've just nearly poked my hand. When I did one not long ago, I cut my thumb because I just shoved the needle through that fast. It went straight into my thumb and it really did hurt, you know. So you have to be careful because I am accident prone with these things anyway. So I'm going to go through one more time because I don't want it coming off. And it come off anyway, so the angel's saying it's done. There we go. So I've got the end, so I just cut off there. So I've got my little 2 pieces and then I'm going to just knot it 3 times and then it's secure. So I've ended up having to patch up my Abigail and Red Spice. That's what I've had to do. Okay, so let's take that off now. Cut off all the excess cotton. That'll be okay like that. Yeah, she's much more secure now. So Abigail's done. Now I can do this one. So that one is done. Thank the Lord for that. So we've done that together. So every time I wear this one now, I'm going to think of you guys because I've done it with you. So I'm just going to put her inside out again. I'm glad I noticed as well, rather than coming off camera and thinking, oh, got to do that one again now. At least it's secure now. So we're going to do the one on my head because I really want to get this one done so I can wear it out and about. And I really can't, obviously I've got the wig band on right now and it does feel nice and secure. It's not annoying me at all. So I could, very well just continue wearing wig bands, but I really want the clips in because they do feel better on your head. I can't explain it. It just feels nicer to have a clip in. So I'm going to prepare before I take my wig off. So I need 2 wig clips out, get them ready, and I'm going to prepare my cotton and thread my needle. So do let me know in the comment section what you think about the way I'm doing this. If I've given you a smile, if it's helped in any way, if you're liking the wigs I'm wearing, and if there's any particular videos you want to see me do. Now, obviously I have got to, I'm just going to thread my needle while I'm talking to you. I have got to wash some of my wigs. I haven't washed any wigs yet because I've got that many wigs I haven't needed to. But I know that soon I am going to have to do that. So obviously I'll be able to do a video and show you how I do that as well. But there is plenty of videos, on Godiva's Secret Wigs. That's where I'm going to learn how to wash my wigs. And, just really look after them because they are wash and wear wigs, the synthetic wigs. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry with human hair wigs. I think you have to wash them, dry them, style them and, look after them like you would your own hair. And I don't really want to wear human wigs for that reason. I want a wig that I can get out of the packet and put on and I haven't got to faff around with anything. You just put it on and go. So that's why I'm choosing synthetic wigs over human hair wigs. So I've got my cotton and I'm going to do my little knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you need to do it 5 times, but just for luck. And I've got my cotton ready. So I'm ready to go. Let's do this then. So I'm going to take my wig off. So when you're wearing a wig with a wig band, you just grab it at the front, not where the lace is on this one, just a little bit higher. Pull it up and pull it off. And it's as easy as that. And you can see this is my wig band that I've put on. So again, very comfortable. They're really comfortable, but they do tend to push your head down a little bit. So, and I'm being honest with you, I'm telling you the truth, There's nothing wrong with wearing them. I've worn these out and about and found it fine. But with the longer wigs, it's different with the shorter wigs because they are so light anyway. But when you're wearing the bigger wigs, the longer wigs, and they are a bit kind of heavier on your head, even though they are light wigs, they push down on your ears and you have to keep adjusting them. So wearing wig clips in them, what I've found, especially being out and about wearing them, is you don't get that. You don't get that heavy feeling. So I'm going to turn my wig inside out. And this is a machine teased wig with a lace front. Now, as you can see, the lace is there and you've got the machine teased wig, that part of the wig, whatever it's called. I'm not 100% sure what the terms are because, I'm not a wig expert. I'm doing wigs for me. So, and we're all only human. So I don't want to sew the wig clip into the lace for the reasons you've just seen. Okay, I don't want to mess anything with the lace up, so I'm completely staying away from the lace and I'm going to sew them into the front of the wig. So I want to get my wig clip first of all, and you want to put the teeth facing you. So you got your wig facing you, you want the teeth facing you and the rubber bit on the clip itself facing down. So, and you just check it, I better check it that it works. And then I'm going to put it exactly where I want it to be. So that's where I want it to be. That's where I want it to be. So if I go a bit close up there, okay, you can see you've got the 2 holes and the gold hole. So I'm going to put my needle into a little bit of the wig and I'm going to put it up through the first hole, pull it out, put it through again, and then the loop that it creates with the 2 little pieces which I'm going to show you. See how there's two little pieces here? You know, even though it's secure, I'm going to loop it through that. And then I'm going to move on to the other side. So let's see how we go. So I'm putting it where I want it to be. I do take a little bit of time making sure I've got it in the right position, because again, I had that trouble where I sewed one in and it took me a while. I'm getting quicker at them now, but it took me a while, and then I realised I'd done it wrong, I'd done it lopsided, and I had to do the whole thing again. So I'm going in through a bit of the wig and I'm pulling it up. I can grab it through the first hole, pulling it nice and slow so I don't pull it out. And then I'm going to do it again, pull it up, and then can you see you've got that loop there? So I'm putting it through the loop and pulling it tight, okay? And then I'm going through the second hole, she says, and I'm pulling it all the way up, and then I'm putting it in again, and I'm pulling it all the way up, and then I'm going to take it through the loop. Like that. Yay! So we've done the first little bit. Now, just to make it extra secure, I'm going to put another little knot in there. So I'm going to just do it one more time and through both holes, just to make sure it is extra secure, because, you know, like the other one flipped off, I am a bit heavy-handed sometimes with things and I don't want it continually coming off. So now I'm going to put this, actually, I think what I will do, you know, I'm going to cut it off. So I'm going to cut it off there, and I'm going to do it this way because I don't really like that little piece of white cotton underneath the grip. So, and I've got time to do it, so why not? And it just makes us better at it, I suppose. More practice makes perfect, Liz, as my mother would say. So now I'm just securing it with a double knot there. Well, I'll put a 3 knot in, 3 for luck. And when you're meditating, you know, 3 deep breaths in and out. 2 isn't enough, 4's too many, but 3 is perfect. So 3 knots is the perfect one. So I'm going to cut off the excess cotton. Let's grab this here too. And it looks something like that. Okay, which is still a bit of a mess, but not bad for me. So I'm going to put it where I want it the other side. Where do I want it to be? Make sure it's straight and it's not going to go anywhere, and it's not going to be lopsided. That's perfect. So, and I don't need, remember, to do anything. Oh, I do. Okay, yes, you do, Liz. Of course you do. You've got to put your knot in there, haven't you? So again, pull it down, take it between your finger, your thumb and your finger, get your other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull it down and make your knot. And that's about enough cotton just to do one side, it's fine. So I'm getting it where I want it. I'm holding it firm with my thumbnail, and I'm getting my cotton. See, I told you it'd be fun. This is what happens when you're on perimenopause. You forget words, you don't know what you're talking about. So I grab it and I put it under the wig and up through the first hole without hurting myself, which I just nearly did. I nearly put it through my thumbnail. So pulling it up again through the first one, pulling it tight. I'm just going to pull that out. Okay, see how that little bit of wig, I could do with cutting that off there, but it's trying to get involved with what I'm doing. So I need to stay away from that, otherwise I'm going to make a mess. So, and I'm doing it one more time for luck there, 3 for luck, and then I'm going to put it through the loop and pull it tight, and that's what I've done there. Okay. Again, this little piece of cotton here, I need to cut it off because it's trying to get involved in what's going on. It's obviously excited about what's going on. It's going to make a mess. So I've done one. I'm going to now take a little bit of wig again and go up through the second hole. The second hole. There we go. And pull it tight. And then one more. And hopefully I've done this right and I haven't got to adjust it all. I did one not long ago and you could see the cotton through the wig. I was like, how have I done that? I didn't even know how I'd done it. So one more. I was obviously putting it way too far through the wig. So I'm just going to check the wig. Yeah, the wig's fine. Because obviously with it being a dark wig and I'm using white cotton, it would look a bit odd. So I'm cutting that off. I do actually think that, you know, doing it this way, doing it both sides instead of putting the cotton underneath the clip works much better. It's more secure, I think, because you're putting the knots in both sides as well. So then this is probably, even though it takes a bit longer, the way I'm going to do it from now on. So I'm going to cut that off. There we go. Wow, look at that. So we've got one in. It's in the perfect position. Beautiful. Now we've got to do the other side. So I hope you're proud of me doing that. And I'll be so proud of you if you've never sewn before and you managed to do it in yours too. So let's sort the cotton out again. I have actually got another wig down here as well that I might do at the same time. So I'll see how creative I'm feeling when I've done this side of the wig. And obviously I'm going to put it back on and show you as well. So I've got my cotton. I need my trusty cat and my magnifying glass. And I'm going to thread my needle. So threading my needle. This is the hardest part, threading the needle. Getting the needle through. And these needles, because these were my mum's and I inherited them, they're supposed to be magic needles. And I have no idea how a magic needle works. So I'm just, doing it and hoping for the best here. But they are supposed to be magic needles. But they don't seem to be very magic to me. So I'm pulling it down between my fingers. Oh, it went too far then. Nearly lost it, you see. You have to be careful. So I'm pulling it down through my fingers. And I'm taking it up and I'm wrapping it round 5 times and pulling it down and making my knot. Oh, see how easy it is to make a messy. You have to be so careful with what you're doing. There you go. So I'm going to get my other one and make sure it works first of all. Yeah, it works. These are really good. I'm going to order some more of these. So again, the rubber down and the teeth facing towards you. So I'm putting it where I want it on the wig, which is about there, in alignment with the other one at the front there. Nowhere near the lace, just at the front of the other part of the wig. And then I'm going to put it through the wig and up in my first hole and pull it through. That feels secure and nice. And then I'm going to take it through again. And then I'm going to try, yeah, I can see it there, and wrap it through the hole, the loop. Not the hole, the loop. And I'm going to do it one more time for luck. I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. Do it 3 times for luck. Why not? 3 times for luck. So I just need to take it up. I can't even get it in there. There, I've done it there. It's in. And see again, this little piece of cotton here trying to get involved in what's going on. It's like there's a party going on here. I need to get involved. So I move that out of the way. And then I'm going to take it, hold it where I want it. Nearly went lopsided then. You've got to be dead careful. Hold it in the right position. Make sure it's right, yeah. And then I'm going to go through the wig again and go up through the second hole. Pull it through. And then do it again. Pull it up through the second hole. Sometimes it's really hard to get it through the second hole. It's really weird. So, but I've done it. And honestly, like Danielle on her video on Godiva Secret Wigs makes it look so easy. She does it really quickly. She's like, oh yeah, you just sew this wig in, So I've done one side, and again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut it off. And I'm going to secure it this side instead of just pulling it underneath the clip. Here we go. So, 1, 2, 3 for luck. Done it. We're nearly there, guys. How amazing is this? Cool. This is really good. So, got one side done. Again, it doesn't look amazing, but it'll do the job. So have I got enough cotton? Absolutely not. Okay, that's never in a million years going to do that side. So I think I am going to have a trip to the shop soon and buy some more cotton. I am going to stick with white cotton though, because I can see what I'm doing with it. It's more the threading, the needle. And when you're putting it through the holes as well, you can't see what you're doing. Well, I can't anyway, So I prefer to use white cotton. Oh, okay. And this is the thing, I like to keep it very real. I'm not editing anything out of my videos. You see the whole thing. I don't care if I look daft or not. That's what it's all about. So let's thread this needle then. First time I'm getting better. I'm getting better and better. Practice makes perfect. So she says dropping a needle. And these are dangerous, you have to be careful with things like this. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself. So pull it down and grab it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull it down and get my knot there. See, I'm getting better at it. So I've done one side, I'm going to secure the other. So first of all, I'm going to put it where I want it, secure it right down with my thumb, and then I'm going to go in, take a little bit of wig and pull it up through the first hole, make sure it's secure, and then go again. Okay, and pull it up through the first hole. And again, that little piece of cotton's trying to get involved in the party. I need to stay away from that, otherwise it's just going to look a real mess after. So I'm going to put it through one more time for luck. 3 times. See, I can't get it through the hole now. Hold it insecure, Liz. What are you doing here? Pull it up. There we go. I'm going to pull it up and secure it by looping it through. There we go. I'm pulling it tight. So I've got it nice on that side. Then the second hole, take a little bit of wig, pull it up, and do it again. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, and then loop it through. Yes, done it. One more for luck, and hopefully it'll look good on the outside as well as on the inside. So I've got it there, it's done. I'm going to cut it off, and then I'm going to take my 2 sides and I'm going to tie my 3 knots in. So my first knot, and you know, this is fiddly as well. You know, when you don't like fiddling around with these type of things, because, you know, I'm quite a patient person, but with fiddly things like this, I'm like, you know, the first time I did this, not on camera, obviously, I was ready to throw my needle away. I went up to my boyfriend, George, I'm just cutting the bits off, and I said, can you thread me this needle? He couldn't do it either. So I thought, right, if you can't do something, what do? You go on YouTube and find out how to do it. And that's what I did. So they're very secure. Look at that. We haven't done a bad job together, have we? So they are in, and obviously I'm going to clip them out and undo them. That's what they look like, with the teeth facing towards you, the rubbers at the bottom. And now I'm going to put my wig on. So this is the reward for all that hard work. You can put your wig on. So first I'm going to make sure I can't see any cotton, which I can't, which is good, which means I haven't got to do it again. So I'm going to grab my wig and I'm going to put both of my thumbs where the label is at the bottom. Let me just pull this. I've got cotton here. So I've got cotton off the table going in my wig, which I don't want. So I'm just going to put that bit of wig through. Sometimes you find you get a little bit of wig trying to stick through at the bottom there. You just have to push it back out. So I've got my hands, my thumbs by the label, and I'm going to put the front of the wig about there. So I put it there, pull it down. I tuck in my hair at the back of the wig, and then I pull it up, and I get the tabs, make sure it's even, and then I find out where my hairline is. Now, obviously, I do it through raking it through, and pulling it up, and it's about right there, to be honest. And then I just grab my clips, I felt them go in, and I'm going to snap them down. Did you hear that there? And look, it's secure to my head. So I'm going to mess around now with a wig band. Obviously, trying to put it on camera and on a mirror is different things. So I haven't got it exactly where I want it, but it'll do for now. So there we go. There we go. So that's the gorgeous Abigail wig and how you put clips into it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I really have. It's been really nice, and I can't believe I've spent 38 minutes on this video. It's gone so quickly. So I hope you've enjoyed that. We're going to have many more fun videos like this one. You know, also, I'm doing the reviews of the wigs and things like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. But that's how easy it is. You know, once you've got the knack and you've got the hang of doing it, it's super quick and easy. And all you need to do is grab yourself some of these beautiful wig clips. Just get them from Amazon, 50-piece pack, and they'll last you ages. And, you know, if you've got 1 or 2 wigs, you can take your time doing them. If you've got a lot of wigs like me, obviously, you can do them as you go like this. So thank you for watching. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you next time.